for joining the podcast, boys.
Man.
We've already been talking, but I freaking love your new album, Nexum. I don't feel like this happens super often, but like you just hit play on the first song and then it plays all the way through and you don't have to skip a song. I feel like those are one of the albums.
Thank you, brother.
That's very flattering. Yeah, thank you so much.
I don't tell that to everybody on the podcast, so you should feel good about that.
Bless you, sir.
Yeah, how did you guys meet originally?
We did a show back in the day. We were opening up for another artist and just started vibing, similar tastes in music. And then he was in Chicago at the time. I was in Iowa, so like every month, maybe make that 4-hour drive to Chicago and we just cook up.
Nice.
Yeah. With some mutual homies. And we probably have like a full album of music before we started working on this one from that era that just never got released. So we've been kind of cultivating the collaborative relationship for a long time, since maybe 2018.
Chemistry building for sure.
Yeah.
For
so this is like a bunch of throwbacks you guys finally finished off.
Well, yeah,
One is,
yeah. It's the one with Align and Lhasa. That one was sort of revived from back in the day, but no, it's all fresh stuff. We just like had a time period of like exploring and writing, and like you were saying, a lot of them didn't get finished, but just one of them did.
Yeah, but we kind of used that time to kind of dial in our. It wasn't a conscious dialing in, but just through repetition, we kind of figured out our workflow and how we work together.
Yeah. I would imagine there has to be like some good workflow chemistry, like for both of you, because you've worked together a lot, you've toured together, you've done a lot of stuff together, but you have your own individual projects. For anybody who doesn't already know, INZO and then Blookah. With that, what would you say are like your greatest strengths and weaknesses, like playing off of each other when it comes to like producing and working together? Mike's like, I'm good at everything.
He's just a legend.
I can do all
He's
of it.
a legend in the DAW. We started out, I had been producing for a while, but he was obviously much farther along in his career. So I was kind of learning a lot of production tricks from him. And I was kind of more key centered. And I think that's always been a part of our workflow, is having a mix between analog and digital sounds. So I'd be showing up with some synths and just like be tweaking and experimenting sounds. And once we found something we liked, send it in, record it, and then he'd start fiddling and just go back and forth. And then that's kind of evolved to us kind of taking things home separately and working on them. And now Mike's also, we're also jamming out, and Mike's playing a lot more keys.
Yeah,
us live.
He's inspired me to be getting back on the keys a lot more, and it's really fun.
Nice.
But,
yeah. When I first met you, you told me you weren't a keyboard player and that you weren't very good on keys. And then I saw you at Lammer. I was like, this guy's full of shit. Like, you shred.
Sandbagging.
Really good.
I'm just not a classical, classically trained keyboardist, but
which is kind of ironic because I am. But this guy shreds, and I put the keys down for years. Yeah. And I used to do like piano competitions, and then I stopped playing on keys for a long time. I was just using the laptop and whatever, like drawing in notes.
Yeah.
But this guy's like a Jordan, later to the keys, but fucking shreds more than. I don't know if I can swear on the podcast. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. We're all adults here. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
Well, I just know professional working keyboardists, and it's like I know what I know. I like what I like, and I'm obsessed with harmony, and
I could definitely hear that, like playing off of like your technicality and like probably a lot of sound design stuff, and then also you just ripping keys on fills and a lot of things like that. I'm imagining you on keyboard just shredding and you're tracking and
well, honestly, if you could picture that, there's a lot. We do rotate positions, like the pilot seat. If someone's at the desk, someone's at the keys. Right. There's a large portion of each sesh where I'll be piloting and he's just like noodling on the keys, and we'll record him doing some melodies or like getting some sounds, and then I'll kind of like do my thing and like be surgical about placing them and whatnot. And then we'll rotate, and he'll hop on and do his thing with whatever he recorded. And I'll sometimes hop on the keys and noodle around a bit, but
we both have like slight OCD with different things in the tracks too. Like I'll go crazy on drums for a bit. Mike will go crazy on fills for a bit, and down the rabbit hole of subtleties that no one will notice but us.
Yeah, nudging claps over just like a little bit early.
I drive him crazy with my obsession with nudging drums.
Well, because it's sometimes if you have like a dedicated side chain for your claps or for your kicks, and he'll move over the clap just like a little bit, and then I'm like, well, technically, if you don't move the side chain with it, it's not going to be the same. And
right.
Oh yeah, it drives me nuts sometimes.
I just wait till the end. 'Cause there's been tracks where like he's swapped the sample out and then I've moved it, and then swapped the sample out and I've moved it. So we've like
You're just fighting.
We've
each
like
back and forth.
But it's not in a bad way at all. It's like all very intricate things. They're like
Yeah.
no clap is the same type of thing in terms of the position. Sometimes it's different sounds,
Yeah.
but
Right.
no two like elements, especially drum wise, are typically the same.
It's kind of been like the philosophy from the beginning, is just like being a fan of like things that sound organic and feel like, you know, everything's loop based in electronic music to a degree, but like trying to make it sound not loop based and
Right.
more raw.
Yeah. As a drummer, I totally respect and understand that. Like, nothing just grinds my gears more than just like hearing everything perfectly on grid. Like, you got to add some of that feel too. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
easy to do and you just copy and paste and everything's just locked in perfectly on the downbeat. But like
Yeah.
swinging your drums a little bit, you guys definitely have that swang.
Yeah.
I feel like that like adds to that feel element of it.
Totally, dude.
Yeah.
I think when I first started out, it kept me from producing for a long time because I was a drummer, wanted to be a drummer my whole life growing up. And then like once I started working in the DAW, I didn't know anything about, you know, Jay Dilla at the time or like the grid, and like everything I was making was so stiff. I just like, this isn't for me. And I kind of put it down for a few years when I was younger until I realized you could, you know, play with time like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever mess with the groove pool in Ableton, or do you usually do everything by hand? Or
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. A lot,
Both.
maybe more with like up tempo stuff, house music and garage and stuff.
Garage.
I say the groove pool would maybe apply to non-drum elements. You know, if you're trying to get the swing on certain things, if there's I don't know. I mean, typically we try to like surgically do the swinging and whatnot manually, but
When possible.
I find it can be really helpful if you're using like, say, like a splice percussion loop or something, and you need it to like really feel with the drums, and you can kind of bring everything in together.
No, totally. I mean, yeah, when we're doing like a house track or something and we're using loops, definitely using the groove pool to just dial in the swing, make sure everything is pocketed.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. As far as like your actual music production stuff, we got a lot of nerds listening to this episode.
what up, nerds?
So yeah, I love the sound design and stuff that you guys have, especially in this Nexum album. If anybody hasn't listened to it, definitely go bump it after you stream this podcast. Do you have any favorite like go-to synths that you use for a lot of your synths? I mean, both of you, I think, have a lot of synth-based stuff. Is it a lot of your hardware, like presets and patches? Do you have a favorite, like, I don't know, plugin, like Serum or something that you usually go to?
I have a good amount of saved patches and whatnot through VSTs, but I don't always have like a go-to, and a lot of the time things end up being made from scratch again. There's a few things that'll be like pads or some leads that I'll save and like go back to, but on this album specifically, there's so many original sounds and patches that just end up coming to fruition that don't get reused a ton, but we still have a few. I know he's got a bunch.
There's a few
his hardware.
signature sounds, but as far as the hardware goes, we've always used Prophet that I have.
Nice.
Laser Machine.
Yeah, it's the Laser Machine, then the Korg MS-2000, also like a Happy Accident machine, and then
Prophet 5 or
8.
Oh, okay, fancy.
So that truly is like all the grass-fed, grass-finished lasers we get in all of our songs.
Yeah, we're
from the
big into
Prophet
the free range lasers. You know, farm to table.
Yeah.
Farm to table.
Farm to table lasers.
It's the one before. It was the older one.
Okay.
Before they added the sequential. So we have that. I have the OB6 too, which we've used a lot more in the later stuff this last year. For more of like the padded sounds. Yeah. So we do a lot of layering with the analog and the digital. You know, we use a lot of Serum.
Serum Omnisphere is great.
Omnisphere.
Omnisphere is awesome. It's fucking beautiful.
It is beautiful. I hate using it live because it makes me nervous, but it's just not a stable plugin. Like, but it sounds amazing.
Yeah,
I
have a couple patches I use live through Omnisphere, but not a ton. Mostly Serum, honestly.
Yeah.
Some Spire. I love Spire for some leads. Their built-in reverb is really nice, actually. Certain plugins or certain VSTs have a timbre or palette that goes along with their effects, like delay and reverb, and Spire's reverb is pretty nice.
I've heard good things. I haven't played with it myself.
Nice. Just sounds nice.
Yeah.
Not like you have any crazy ability as far as the effects. It's all pretty standard, but it just the palette that it has is really nice.
Yeah. I imagine also like from a live performance standpoint, having your hardware synth that you're tracking with a lot is so much easier just to like save that patch and play live because you've alady got it saved.
Yeah, and it's stable.
Yeah, it's not going to crash on you.
Yeah.
True.
There's also the Rhodes too. Like that's been a staple in like a lot of our recordings.
Yeah, he's got a Rhodes in his studio that we use.
The old Rhodes, which is like kind of the core for writing. You know, it's a lot of things start there with like him digging through samples and finding grooves that we like, and then, you know, me trying to complement what's happening with the Rhodes, and then like once we find something, then we're kind of off to the races. You know.
Nice. As far as digital synths, are there any like go-to things that you typically do with your synths? That was one question. I made an Instagram post yesterday as far as like what would people want to ask you guys, and that was a question is any go-to tips or tricks as far as stacking your synths to make them sound thick and juicy.
A thick and juicy plugin for me that I go back to every time is Valhalla Room. And
you can share as well if you want, but no pressure.
What do you mean?
In your computer.
Oh, sure.
It's up to you. Or you could explain.
I'll explain. I'll browse as I'm going through here.
All right.
But Valhalla Room is just a great great reverb plugin. It makes anything feel huge. There's a great preset on there I like to tweak with. It's Gothic Cathedral. Makes everything feel very large and lush.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, let me go through. Okay, so here, I guess in terms of juicy, let's see.
So you've got them layered.
Yes, I do have some layers in here.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
It's thick.
Wait.
Yeah, I see you've got like 3 different stacks of different instances of synths, it looks like.
Yeah.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Okay, so this one I think is just one. Yeah, that's just one. Pretty simple.
Yeah. You got a little compression.
OCC. You got the volume buddy.
So this is
Echo.
Trademark.
Yeah.
Echo. Oh, I love doing that to create some width. The dry wet all the way down on echo and the feedback up.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So this is all that's going on in Serum. Just some voicing. Make it feel wide, and then
Nice.
and then
That's sick.
of course, obviously what's gonna make things feel pretty thick is if you're layering that with whatever sub or bass. So it's really just this one sub.
Looks like you got 2 subs. Oh,
This one's not on.
Oh, okay, got you. Yeah. Nice.
We do a lot of like duplicating just like for workflow instead of like getting caught up on like I feel like it's easier just to like mute something, duplicate it, and then just keep working instead of like dealing with like the am I destroying something? It frees you up to keep trying new things.
Yeah, it makes sense. Especially if your computer can handle it.
But yeah, I mean that sound specifically is just it's pretty standard. It's one of the least stacked things, but
throw it in the Valhalla Room.
You were talking about.
Okay, so there's Valhalla Room on this right now. So
on the
here's the Valhalla, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it automates up towards the end of this little sequence.
Nice. Yeah, we're just automating the tail with the mix.
Yeah, and this has a short decay on it. But if I turn this decay up a bit.
Yeah. Nice.
It just sounds really nice. I don't know, the timbre of the Valhalla Room's great. It's my preferred reverb plugin.
Do you ever play with Vintage Verb? Valhalla?
Yes, I do sometimes, but yeah, Room's just.
It's definitely more like I feel like cleaner and brighter. Like Vintage Verb's got more of that warmer analog kind of vibe too.
For sure.
They're both solid.
We use them both. Use Shimmer. I mean, all the Valhalla stuff.
Yeah, Freak Echo, Shimmer.
Supermassive.
Yeah, that one's beautiful.
Yeah.
Go down that rabbit hole of that B section and how it like explained.
Oh yeah.
How that came about, because
we started this this idea and we were really fucking with it, and then I think Mike did some homework and you made the second drop sound. It was like,
I think I recall. So this first drop, we were like, we had a drum loop. I played this
yeah,
and then you were noodling on the keys on the B section, and then like I grabbed like the wow wow sound, and then just like repeated it and looped it.
Yeah,
and then stacked
we
it.
had a whole new drum part for the B section because I didn't have the project, but I was so stoked on the track that I took it home and I chopped it up.
Oh, nice.
And I made a new beat. But then like that inspired this B section because we have like some chops in there that are like, sound very like MPC-ish.
Yeah.
On the turnaround. Mm-hmm. And then the drums just had kind of switched to a different world for a minute. And then,
okay,
we were cooking.
Got that sausage fattener on there too.
Oh yeah. I have a funny story. The first time like a friend saw that on my laptop on my downloads, I was like trying to show them a file. I was in college, and they're like, sausage fattener, what is it, like a dick enhancing thing? And I was like,
yeah,
I know, but I could totally see how that seems like that. So to go back real quick, this part is something he was just recording on his or playing on the keys, and then duplicated it, pitched it up a little bit, pitched it up 5, made it like a little harmonic for the second time around.
It's a nice wiggle.
Yeah. Which chops?
What I was just talking about with we
Drum.
resampled the original part, so it has that turnaround during this section.
And this has been a while on your Nexum album.
This is how I felt like this. I'm sorry, the project's called Been a While.
Okay, I was like confused. I was like, I've heard this, but I don't
Felt like this, yeah. I can't remember where those are at. It's not this, is it? No.
You guys do a really good job of adding a lot of textures without cluttering the mix. And I think that's like a very delicate balance that's like people toe the line on sometimes. But you have all these extra little characteristics and little interesting like ear ticklers, you know, that
ear candy.
We spent a lot of time cleaning shit up because I think we just keep throwing shit at it. And then like the last part is just like stripping things away, cleaning up the mix. But like there's so much information there that we have to work with.
Yeah.
We have so much paint on the canvas. Now you can just like start carving it out.
That's a great way to do it too. I feel like I do the same thing. It's like I always just stack a bunch of stuff, throw a bunch of stuff, and then just do some.
And then start peeling it back. Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
I fuck with that.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Do you want to just like show? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say before we move on, this was what I was talking about. So this was the original track that we had, and we had to resample it because the project, I guess, when I gave it back to him, we couldn't find the sample. But this was the original track resampled into the track as a chop
without drums.
Without drums.
So
as a chop.
I'll play it solo, and then something that was very useful to.
Nice. Nice.
So that's another technique we do a lot, is like resampling multiple things in one, drum rack and just playing around.
Yeah, that's smart. Yes. Yeah, add a whole nother different kind of texture and additive stuff.
Absolutely.
It's beautiful. Yes. Yeah, I love slice mode and Ableton sampler. So much you can do with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then also even automating like the start position too.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
If you just want to mess around, like throw an LFO on it, or you can turn that into a sampler and then automate modulate the start position.
Yeah.
Kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
Yo, I want to give a big shout out to Baby Audio real quick with their new plugin called Tekno, Tekno. It's a drum synth that basically takes all those classic drum machines to the next level with a more modern sound and design and an easy user interface. Techno packs 18 different drum engines, so you can go from vintage grooves to full-on futuristic percussion sounds. You can dive deep and shape every sound yourself, or if you're in a rush, just hit the preset randomizer, get some cool, fresh, new random ideas. They also built in these humanized features, so every hit feels a little bit different, less robotic and less programmy sounding, and has kind of an organic feel to it. Right now, it's on sale for 39% off, so you can grab it for $79 at Baby Audio, or just give it a free trial test run. And check out the link in the show notes to give it a run for yourself.
What were you asking about?
Oh yeah, before we move on.
Oh, I was just gonna say, do you want to just give a quick rundown of how you're grouping your stuff? Because that was another question people had.
Yeah,
it's just like, how are you processing tracks?
Sure. I don't know if it's the right way or the wrong way, but
there is no such thing.
I wouldn't say we have a system that's the same.
Yeah, it does vary quite a bit, but like it depends. I guess this one is grouped because these are all grouped for the sake of having this portal on there. We only wanted these to be affected by the portal, but we have a basses group. And then within that, typically I'll separate the sub from all like any other sort of basses in there. Just have like the sub dedicated to its own track. Yeah. This is our group of Rhodes and pads, group of guitars. Let's see, which wubs are these? These are
wub stacks.
Oh yeah, so that's one wub. I call it that for some reason, but crisp chords. Yeah, we went to those earlier. Anything atmospheric or like melodic will be in a group typically, and then other melodic bits if I feel like there's some reason I want to separate it. That's the thing. It's like I don't have like a set system every time. Every project ends up being a little different, but yeah, effects are always in their own little group.
Yes.
GM Audio Ducker,
gang. We've talked about this so many times on the podcast.
Yeah. Well, then everybody knows. Then it's the best thing.
It's
for sure.
so good, dude.
Yeah,
I love it.
And then I have sometimes I'll have like a main group with sidechain like on and like EQ and like a limiter and all my sidechaining on the main group. Or I sometimes do a send and send everything to a channel that has all the sidechain on it and I don't actually put it on the group that everything's under. I'll just send it to that sometimes, but just depends.
Yeah. Pro MB, I'm a big fan.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been doing a lot of like we use Pro Q all the time. I mean, we do a lot, and it's not on this group, but
like dynamic.
A lot of sidechain dynamic EQ and Pro Q. I overuse. I love it.
Dude, that's the one thing I'm just shocked that Ableton hasn't released as a dynamic EQ of some sort. You can make one with the envelope follower, but it's just not intuitive and fast.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that's the one thing I just wish that would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Speaking of, let's talk crap for a second. Is there anything that you guys wish was a feature in Ableton Live that it doesn't natively have?
Yes.
Oh, go ahead. I thought of one the other day after everything about it.
Freezing groups. I've been waiting.
Yes, freezing.
So
and actually, a frozen track that doesn't take up CPU.
It does feel like that, right?
Or like doesn't slow down.
Well, it's because it sees it as an audio track.
Right. I was thinking you collect all and
just
save, and maybe it'll change it or something. But I still don't experience anything.
Frozen track just basically is treating it as audio.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah.
So that does still if you've got a bunch of audio tracks, then or a bunch of frozen tracks, it's just like playing a bunch of audio, which still eats up the CPU.
Yeah.
So.
But frozen groups, that's my main one.
That would be nice. Do you guys do any kind of like stem splitting or stuff? I know you had some audio rips and samples that you were playing earlier.
No, not really, honestly.
The most we do is we rip acapellas just to get a feel for what a track would sound like with cool vocals.
Okay.
So many times we were working on a song, and then like once we throw a vocal on there, you get a better vision, clearer vision of where it could go. And then you try a different vocal, and you're like, ooh, but wait, it could go this way. You know, so it opens up so many possibilities that way.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good way to do it, is just to find like a similar vocal that you'd want, or even just using AI, I think could be useful for that. And then just finding the actual vocalist just to inspire them to like listen to this idea I have, and they make up something from that on their own.
Totally. Well, even I haven't tapped into any of the AI stuff at all, really. I know, so I have some friends who have, but
I think it's still getting better. I think it still has a ways to go, but there's a lot of stuff. Like I had SonarWorks CEO come on the podcast, and they're investing a lot into like vocal AI stuff right now.
Interesting.
They have like their Sound ID, vocal AI or whatever. It's okay, honestly, but I think it'll get better because they're putting a lot into it.
Yeah.
And then you have a studio, which is really cool if you haven't seen that, where you can basically, I could show you real fast. Basically, it's like a MIDI editor as a standalone plugin, but then they also have a VST. But it's a bunch of like vocals, and you can draw in all the vocal notes that you want to sing, and then you type in the words per note, and it sings each one. And then you can kind of go in and change like the consonants or like, the vibrato and stuff.
It kind of reminds me of
Crazy.
Vocaloid. I've used Vocaloid a little bit back in the day. That was like one of the first. It feels like maybe that was one of the first sort of AI vocal things that they had for a bit. Porter used to use that on Worlds. If you know,
Oh, really?
Vocaloid. If you ever hear it or listen to Worlds, it's like it sounds like a girl's talking or like singing.
Oh, cool.
Very robotic. I'm pretty sure that's all like Vocaloid stuff. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure that is.
Yeah. There's a lot of them coming out now.
Yeah.
There's a ton of different tools and stuff that's pretty crazy. I'm excited from like more MIDI generators because I'm not a keyboard player.
You use Cthulhu?
I used to. Yeah.
What happened?
I just started, I guess, getting less lazy. I started
there you go.
working more on writing my own.
Yeah.
Like I had to actually draw the notes in like a real
Sure.
producer. But it was cool. I mean, like there's some MIDI generation stuff coming out. Suno AI, you can generate some song ideas. That's getting crazy too. It's like
it's all up in my feed now.
Yeah.
Watch some stuff. I have mixed feelings about getting it, but I'm also very curious, and it'd be kind of cool.
I think it's one thing just to like have a song that's pretty much almost done that AI made, and you're like, here's my track, and that's one thing. But if you're using like little tools to like help speed up your production process and making everything yourself,
Right.
I'm here for that. Like,
Yeah. It's like how much time do you spend surfing Splice for things you didn't make just to throw in there for little moments anyway,
Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
Having AI kind of help with that, I can see being useful.
Yeah. There's like Output's co-producer now too, which is basically kind of like an AI had a baby with Splice, where you can just prompt it. I think called co-producer by Output, and they just partnered with a couple different sample libraries to like really expand it. But it's basically that
Will it pitch your samples for your track?
you just type in the key, you say what key you want, and then you just say, I want like a hardcore, violin with, some banjo shredding or something, and it'll just give you a bunch of different stuff similar to whatever you type in.
Interesting. I like Output, same people who make
Arcade and Portal.
Well, okay, yeah. Okay, sick.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, I love
Thermal.
Output. Yeah, Thermal. Yeah, that was sick.
They make some good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's interesting too.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
It's good for just like, and it's cool too because like you hit this giant little button thingy right here, and then it'll listen to your track and then give you sample ideas based off of what it hears on your track.
Yeah.
No way.
So, and it's mixed results. I'm sure it'll get better. It's pretty new,
yeah.
but I'm sure it'll get better.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of a cool concept
That
because
is
like
a cool concept for
because
sure.
it's actually giving you ideas based off of what it's hearing rather than just like shooting in the dark on Splice trying to find something.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I was thinking about this the other day, how like there's something to using a sample or something that doesn't seem like it fit, and then finding a way to make it fit, and then it ends up turning into something super unique and cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I think that had that happen to me the other day. I was like tweaking a sample and like turned it up 12 semitones or like down 12 and then do some crazy distortion on it, and it's like this sample's not going to work at first and it makes no sense to, and then ended up working perfectly. So sometimes there's that you might lose that
you get the
fidelity of
artifact.
like
Makes us we're gonna get more lazy basically as
Yeah.
producers rather than figuring out how to manipulate stuff to make it. Yeah, I think that's a good point.
And
like something that fits
Sure.
too nicely as opposed to something that wasn't supposed to and now it does and doesn't feel like it's a sample or anything like that. I don't know.
and we've
I'm
talked
being
about,
devil's advocate.
We've talked about this before too, but like there's like a karmic element too with like finding things at the right time, like things presenting themselves. So like there's part of me that doesn't want to mess with that process, because I've already gotten away from like sampling vinyls, and we've gotten lazy and gone on the splice, but like something about the digging or just like finding something that doesn't work, or you want to see if you can make it work.
Yeah. No, you're right that it is like that flow state of where something just you find it at the right time and it fits perfectly at the right moment in the song. And that does seem kind of like the supernatural like moment.
Yeah, totally.
You know? And if like, would you necessarily have the same experiences if you aren't putting in more effort and you're just letting AI do that stuff for you? I don't know.
I don't know either. I guess I feel like there is some level of, it feeling fulfilling and satisfying having to go through the ringer of creating something or manifesting something from nothing.
Like it's not always supposed to be easy.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the payoff is even better when it does work. So
that is true.
I don't know. I've yet to experience it being very, very easy. So.
Well, and that's true too. Like, I mean, the more you practice, like you start to develop that ear too. I think like of what works and what doesn't through the hard work and the grind of refining and failing and making hot garbage.
Yeah,
you know,
totally.
And then eventually your ear develops and you just get faster and you can start to pinpoint this sounds good at this point in time.
Yeah.
At least it's been my experience.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, there's pros and cons to all these scenarios and whatnot. But
yeah. Eventually we'll just have robots that do all of it for us.
I've had an AI song get released on my INZO Spotify that I didn't make.
No way.
Yeah, like I can't tell for sure if it was 100% like AI generated, but the second I listened to it, within 15 seconds, for some reason, I was like, this doesn't sound natural.
Wait.
And it sounds like it's AI.
Did you just like open your Spotify one day and you saw a track you didn't release? Or
Correct.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's happened multiple times.
That's
But
wild.
The first time I've heard like an AI one, it just sounded like AI. I was like, there's no way a human made this. Everything felt, I don't know how to explain it, but
that would suck too, because some of your followers might have seen that on like a release radar.
Every time. Every time they're like, oh, this is a different take from INZO. Not me.
That's wild that even got through in the first place.
I know. There's a bit of a flaw in the system with distribution.
Yeah.
In that regard, people kind of do that to try to make a quick buck off of streams, but
yeah, there were people that were just uploading white noise to Spotify and then getting streaming royalties from it.
They have streaming farms out there, and for sure.
Yeah, I've heard of that happening with like lo-fi music.
Yeah,
a lot.
Well, that's the thing too, is like, I know Spotify is investing a lot to flag AI generated content, because with Suno, like you literally just upload any track and it's just going to make something very similar to it. And now it's sounding pretty good. Mm-hmm. So it's like, what's to prevent people just like ripping out like 20 lo-fi tracks in a day and uploading them? And then, you know.
Yeah, no, totally. Have a whole lo-fi project.
It's knuck and futz.
It is. And there's a bit of an existential dread that is like, on the horizon of user production sometimes in my mind. I'm like, God, where are some of these things going?
But I think that like you guys are doing a really good job of like relating to your fans, and I think that's what's going to separate artists from like AI artists or whatever you want to call it, because you make an intention to like be posting on social media. You're like you had that amazing video of you sprouting your fans at festivals, like they didn't know it was you. Like you're just like, I think I have it right here. They were just like running, like you were just going to the festival. That guy's face. You're going up and you're just like clipping stuff on people's hats and sprouting them, and like you're engaging with your audience, and that's what I think is going to separate people from just like posting a bunch of AI music, and then artists who are like really having a real fan base.
Dude, totally. And I think, as far as like AI music is, I think it'll never make humans obsolete and like human music obsolete, just because there's like the human element and like the idea that people can sort of sense that there's a story or an emotion coming from a person through the music, and they can hear it sometimes.
Yeah.
And obviously seeing or getting to recognize and feel like you get to know the artist in some way, whether it's through social media, but at least knowing they're real and not AI. I think it provides so much more depth that will never be trumped by AI.
100%. Yeah, that human connection, something we're always going to crave, I think, at some point.
And I think like our approach with like the live elements and trying to, search for those happy accidents kind of hopefully protects us from the incoming wave of the AI takeover. Sensing the human in the music is important. You know,
Yes.
I think it'll always be important. Like, would AI be able to, you know, create a Kurt Cobain or, you know, some type of artist that would connect with people like that? I don't know.
Right. Yeah,
Rick Rubin said recently, he's like, AI is like one thing that it can't create is a soul. And I don't know, it's not to be like spiritual or religious at all. I don't know, like, what is a soul? Define a soul. I don't know. But Rick Rubin says you can't replace or create a soul. And I think that is true.
I 100% agree, dude. Yeah, he has a really good book. I've mentioned it a couple times on the podcast. I don't know if you've read it. The Creative Act, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm almost finished with it. Super solid. If you guys like reading books and stuff, just check it out.
Good one.
I'm getting back into it.
Yeah.
Trying to get back into reading, actually. So.
Yeah, reading's cool sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, I like to read words. So as far as other things, any specific Ableton Live stock devices, let's go back to production, that you are like your go-tos that you enjoy? We talked about plugins and things, but like specifically Ableton Live stuff. Like if you're on a stranded island and you only take 3 Ableton devices.
Like Ableton plugins, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Echo.
Yeah. Echo, solid. We'll do each of you.
I use just like the simple EQ8 a lot for like heavy, you know, like if I want to get surgical, I'll do the Pro Q, but like, you know, the EQ8's probably on most tracks. I also have like, just like the utility, I have like a little thing, it's in the track, I call it the Volume Buddy. Because I hate automating volume on the master or like the track.
Yeah.
So like all my volume automation is just through that little rack.
Echo, I like the reverb on it, actually.
Yeah.
I've figured out how to navigate that pretty well. And then, probably the utility, honestly.
We've used amp a lot. You've gotten me back into amp. I haven't used amp in a long time, but
okay.
We've done.
I don't hear a lot of people say amp on this.
Amp's pretty fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, like not a ton, like 5-10% on the dry wet.
Yeah. Like the blues setting's not bad either. I feel like that's usually,
blues is great.
That's usually what I navigate to.
Me too.
Yeah.
Blues, and then you've got the little EQ band right there.
Yeah.
So
I use AutoPan still.
Yeah.
Just like if I want something to move subtly and I don't want to take a lot of time, I'll just like throw it on there and give it some subtle stereo movement.
Yeah.
The glue compressor I use just because low CPU, it'll do what I want it to.
Yeah.
Yeah, glue compressor is the best, dude. I love that dynamics
thing. I mean, just like Ableton OTT we use a lot too.
Yeah.
Right.
I've been trying to actually use less and less of it and go back to the X for OTT.
Really?
Something about the X for OTT sounds nicer to me. Just
interesting.
Yeah.
Traitor. I'm just kidding. I actually really love that one too. It's like, I don't know, not as CPU efficient maybe. So I always use
No, it's not. I typically keep going back to the Ableton OTT, but it's a very subtle thing. Very subtle that like the X for OTT just sounds nicer to me. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Like Steve Duda's pretty badass when it comes to, he's pretty good at what he does.
Yeah.
I would have to say glue compressor, Echo, LFO. I might say the LFO, honestly, because you can do a lot with LFO.
I don't think I've ever used Ableton LFO.
Really? Yeah, I love it, man. You can assign it to anything.
You can assign it to different.
Literally any other track.
Oh, okay. Maybe I have. I can't remember.
That little guy right here.
I don't use it that much. I should.
Oh yeah, dude, I love this thing.
I think
I usually just change it.
Whenever I want to do something like that, I'll either try to I'll just MIDI map it and do it manually, or I'll draw it in.
Oh, nice.
But and then just change the little offset and the depth, and then the rate, and then
That's pretty nice.
Just map it, and you can map it to multiple instances too. So you can map it to other stuff, all kinds of weird things. Yeah, I love LFO. I think that's super fun.
69, nice.
Yeah. Oh, actually, next question. Dream collab. If you guys had to collab with anybody dead or alive, who would it be? It's a hard question.
You're gonna make us answer this question in front of each other right now?
Yeah.
Can I be cheesy? I honestly feel very blessed right now to get to
oh, that's sweet.
To get to create with a homie and make like I'm really happy with
you guys hold hands.
I'm really happy with the music we're making, so it's super fun. But when I started out, I was like just a massive fan of like Pomo and K Tronada. Those were artists.
Yeah.
And before that it was Flying Lotus. So like those type of artists were really inspiring as a producer. But like all time, I don't know, probably like Bob Marley or something. Like corny as it would be.
That'd be sick. I would love to hear like a Bob Marley Blookah collab. That would be pretty cool.
That'd be pretty sweet.
That'd be pretty funky, I'd say.
It would be real funky.
Yeah.
For sure.
To be honest, Porter Robinson was a huge influence, like getting into electronic music for me. That'd be one for sure. It's a dream collab. That would never happen. But
never know.
M83 Hans Zimmer.
Cool.
Hans Zimmer would be like
Hans Zimmer would be sick.
I could make music I could want to make music with that guy all day.
Yeah. We reached out to M83 to be on the podcast. That might happen.
M83?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
I'll let them know that you're on the podcast. Like, hey, you guys should collab. Pretty sick.
That'd be super sick. I don't know if he's the biggest fan of it. I mean, I don't know if he likes this lane of music.
We wrote a new one actually. It's called M42.
A little bit inspired by M83.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just like the project file. But
why?
He's a big inspiration. Dude, the whole "Hurry Up We're Dreaming" album was
so good.
Yeah,
that
legend.
Yeah,
that changed. That does currently still have a huge influence. I think subconsciously for the way I write stuff.
I could hear some of that for sure. Yeah, I binged that album constantly when it came out. It's so good.
Yeah.
Good answers. Let's talk a little about your live setup, maybe a little bit. I know you both use Ableton, right, for live performance. You use CDJs too sometimes.
Yeah. So pretty much since Red Rocks, that was the first time we both were like we had that set up the way it was. I have Ableton with Novation and several patches loaded up on and I could just like change them on the pads.
Cool.
That's my setup, and then CDJs.
Yeah, and I basically when we're doing a collaborative set, I'm basically bringing my live set on the side and just running my OB6 and the Korg MS2000 through Ableton, processing them and playing around with them on a APC 40. Nice. So I can run it through Guitar Rig and distort it, or just have a bunch of Ableton. It's all pretty like low CPU stuff. A lot of Ableton stock stuff on like the processing.
Yeah. And
I'm using the OB6 as like a MIDI controller also to control Serum. So I have a couple leads I like.
Cool.
Our live setups upgrading though. We as a gift, he got me this little delay pedal that's really really cool, and we're gonna and we have that going to the Prophet 8 right now in my studio. So I'm hopefully gonna bring a second stack of keys with the Prophet 8 with this delay pedal.
Nice.
Added on. So
what kind of delay pedal is it?
It was a really cheap one I found, but I can't think of the name right now. It was like $80. It was like $80. It has like all the settings you want, where you can make it sound like tape.
Cool.
But mainly, it's like I love so much on the Korg MS2000, where like the delay is such a big part of the sound for me using it. Just because I love sending ARPs or like leads through this delay and like changing the rate, so you get like these like artifacts that are just like delaying off. Like you get the rate change delaying, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
And like you can do that with this pedal, which is like really fun.
It really helps. It really enhances the Prophet 8 though, because it's so dry, and like the Prophet 8 is not. It's not the greatest when you just hear it naked, until you start processing it. It really comes alive.
Yeah.
Okay. So it really helps with that one.
Yeah, like even the OB6, it's like it has onboard effects, but like once you put it in the DAW and you start affecting it, you can really make them sparkle. Yeah. It's like running an analog synth through an OTT. It's like, there's like artifacts there.
Yeah, just poke out.
Yeah.
Nice. You're talking about like arpeggiators and stuff. Have you played with the newer sequencers pack, the Ableton drop? Are you guys in 12?
Yeah.
I am, but I
have it.
So I green on every feature of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some good stuff. It's this pack right here. It's pretty sick. They have like the step arp, which you might really like. And it's like the arpeggiator on steroids, basically, right here. So you can do a lot of stuff. You got your classic octave. You can play with the velocity and divisions, and there's like a random chance and stuff that you can make it just randomly generate whatever you want.
It looks like it kind of reminds me of the ARP and Omnisphere in that sense, or like Spire and Omnisphere have built-in arpeggiators like this. So it's nice that Ableton has this now.
Yeah,
you can apply this to anything.
Exactly. It's a huge upgrade, and it's MPE as well. So then there's also so that's one, and then you have the step sequencer right here, which you probably would love as well. So there's just so much you could do in here. It's insane.
Word.
And then you have the rhythmic steps. So these are actually all presets. I should just delete those. But you have the rhythmic steps for drums. So if you want to create some like really cool, if you just get like a stack of hi-hats and a drum rack or something, or like shakers, and you can have them kind of like jump around and stuff. I probably wouldn't use it for a full drum beat, but if you have like percussive stuff you want to like kind of randomly chop up and things or create some glitches.
Yeah, it just is like a creative. Yeah.
The thing's pretty
idea
wild.
creator. That's cool.
That's super
I need to
sick.
spend some more time with this one, but
What's your favorite Max for Live plugin?
GM Audio Ducker, probably, honestly. Max for Live, that's tough, dude. There's some good ones out there. I could, if I had my studio computer with me, I probably could answer that a lot faster and easier.
Yeah.
I used to be obsessed with the convolution reverb, which was part of the Max for Live Essentials. Actually, no, I already know. It's an actual pack. It is built by Max for Live, but the color limiter.
Color limiter.
Yeah, dude. I've mentioned this several times on the podcast. Absolutely obsessed with this thing. This color limiter, dude. Download it right now. It's in the Creative Extensions pack, which everybody has for free. Yeah, if you go into the Creative Extensions pack right here, just download that. And then the color limiter, I don't use it on necessarily buses or like the master, but like individual tracks. If you need something that just needs more girth to it, like your basses or fatten up a synth. If your synth feels just a little weak, just crank up that saturation right here. That's all you need. I don't even necessarily boost the loudness too hard, although obviously you can, which is cool, but it has like a very analog-y kind of tone to it.
Cool.
But that saturator just makes stuff fat.
Really?
Yeah.
Color
I
limiter.
like this saturation maybe just as much, if not more, than Ableton saturator,
Okay.
personally.
Nice.
It's fun. Yeah, if something feels a little weak, just do that.
Kind of what I do with sausage fat.
Good shout. Good shout.
Yeah, good shot.
I'm a big fan.
Sick.
Oh, a Void label. Let's actually talk about the remix contest because I want people to know about that.
Yes.
So
do I.
you guys are doing a remix competition, and that came out yesterday. It's September 15th.
Yeah.
So anybody who wants to maybe check this out, tell us about it.
Yeah. We're putting the stems out for a couple of the tracks off the album. Check them out at the end of the month, and pick a winner and do a official release on the local Void label
Oh, okay.
platforms. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. How many people do you have on the label now?
People, what do you mean people?
Like releases.
How many releases have you had on the label?
I got you.
We've just did the album, and he did a single before that. We have a couple
Yes.
lined up this fall. I don't want to announce them yet, but yeah. So it's very fresh.
Yes, we're still in the infancy phase,
Okay.
and like, yeah, it's mostly just I did my one single, then we did our album, and then we got a few people lined up for. We just want to get the ball rolling for the album. I'm sorry for the label.
Yeah. Nice. So you've got some unnamed artists coming out on the label real soon. And what made you want to start the remix competition?
Well, we want to open it up for people to be involved with the album and like give the stems out there. And we talked about after the competition at some point doing like a sample pack as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
Based on the album, but mainly just I want to get people involved with the label. Want to get in contact with up and coming producers. Find new artists that kind of fit the vibe.
Yeah, I think that this project is the most grandiose thing that either of us have done. That I think we also both just wanted, like you said, to get some other artists involved, and I don't know, just do it the most with it that we can. Do a sample pack, do a remix competition, and also just hearing vocals like the vocals we have on the album. It's like we can hear that in so many different ways.
Yeah.
It's like why
Right.
not open that to interpretation for a lot of other artists to step into.
Yeah. Vocals definitely make stuff very remixable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, so it's twofold. Obviously drawing attention to the project, but also discovering new artists.
Yeah. That's super cool. Yeah, I love that. The prize winner is going to be having that song featured on the label.
Correct.
Cool.
Yes, do an official release.
I'll actually put a link in the show notes. Anybody listening right now, if you want to go check that out. So make sure you click that link. And then when is the deadline to submit do you know what the deadline is to submit the track?
Right now.
I do.
While he pulls that up, I'll say that any remix that doesn't get the official release will be whitelisted to be released on SoundCloud. So like,
oh, cool.
Nothing will get taken down if you guys ever want to put your releases or your remixes on SoundCloud.
That's awesome.
Entries close September 30th.
Okay.
So we got a couple weeks, but we'll go through them as quickly as we can after that.
Oh, that's a short turnaround. So they got 15 days.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Yeah. And then with that they can upload them to SoundCloud, and we'll be checking them out there.
Sick. Very cool. Any like crazy stories playing live? You guys have done a lot of touring and playing shows together. Any like fun on the road stories? Could be good or bad.
I'll say this about Red Rocks. That was really the first time we had done that setup where like he had done some shows with, he had played keys on a couple shows with me before. That was the first time we both were doing our thing with that many songs we were playing live together. And
cool.
I forgot a few elements that I needed to plug in before the show. So we were scrambling last minute. I kind of messed up, and we had to cut into some other people's sound check. So it was like down to the wire thing for Red Rocks. And the fact that we hadn't had the most practice for that, it ended up being as smooth as imaginable, if not smoother. Like it was a great show. It was a moment in time where we were just like, what the hell? How did we pull that off? How did that go as smoothly as it did?
Yeah.
So that was quite the rush, and probably one of the most fun experiences I've had with doing a show with him.
Oh, totally.
And then Mishawaka the other week for the album release party.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
That was like another level of like flow state and fun that we had just playing together at that venue. Such a fun place. But
I love that place. It's like a mini Red Rocks. I love Mish. The Mish is super fun.
Yeah, sounds great there too.
Yeah.
The vibe's awesome.
Yeah, especially because you got that big rock behind the stage too, and sometimes people will bring in their own extra production, or they'll have the projector.
They started. They have it in house now. They started illuminating it in house. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we did a live stream actually of that show, and it was the first successful live stream they had at that venue.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You guys were the first. Fancy.
That whole weekend was incredible because we went from there to Elements Fest, and that was a really fun set as well. Being able to like have moments in the set where you don't know what's going to happen, and you're just kind of jamming out with your buddy. It felt really good. It was fun. Yeah.
Nice.
Kind of like it sets yourself up to be surprised by your set, which a lot of times you're not when you're. Because if you're doing a bunch of shows, you're probably trying to fit this much music into an hour set. It can get monotonous.
Yeah.
And so it's very exciting to have like spontaneous things happening.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's almost kind of like the more risk, the more reward in a sense.
Yeah.
Obviously, you want to mitigate as much risk as you can.
Of course.
And to that effect, there's like moments at the Mish show, like I fucked up, and I was messing with a cable because something got unplugged or something, and then like the synth was like super hot, and there was like a moment where I just like.
I started laughing my ass off.
It was like this super loud, out of key ARP that was like, blah, blah, blah. It was like,
dude, it's just jazz, dude. It's just jazz.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's no wrong notes. Upcoming projects, like anything you guys can tease or shout out that's coming up. You got obviously the remix coming out. You guys are doing.
Yeah, we can't stop cooking together for some reason.
That's a good thing.
We have more tunes in the pipeline right now. We'll probably end up doing some other body of work. I don't know if we want to talk about the extendo, but
there's songs that didn't make the album. We just didn't have time, but there's a few of them that we're going to drop this fall at some point.
Cool.
And then, there's a whole new batch of stuff that we're working on for some other project down the road. We both have individuals, solo projects we're trying to put out this year, or at least before long.
Yeah, I have a tour EP I'm trying to finish, like a solo EP before this tour starts in January. So I just spoiled that. I don't know if I was allowed to say that, but
Cut
I
that.
don't know. We can cut that out.
I think it's fine. Wait, I'll be announcing it soon. It's all good.
This comes out on the
Don't worry about
16th, so
Yeah, that's around the wheelhouse or the ballpark of.
Yeah.
okay.
It's to be expected.
Let me know if I should cut
It's
that
to
out.
be expected.
I don't want to be the guy that your manager's like, that
No,
fucking
no,
Dan
that's
guy.
my bad.
Yeah,
Fucking
no.
Dan guy.
INZO's never touring again.
Yeah,
He's the-
it's totally fine.
yeah, you're pulling like a tipper. Where you're like, "This is my last show, guys."
Yeah.
Just kidding.
It's like-
This is my last show. Final question as well. Usually at the end of the podcast episode, I always ask people to ask Abe, my Ableton AI chatbot that I trained on all the podcast episodes and the manuals and a bunch of other production stuff. If you want to ask him a question about Ableton Live and or just music production, but it can't be like futuristic, like what in 10 years, like what is whatever, you know what I mean?
All right, what in 9 years?
Yeah,
Just kidding.
even better.
Mm.
Sometimes Abe is dumb, but sometimes he's really smart and insightful, so we'll find out. I did have Copycat ask him for dating advice, and he didn't do a very good job. So
Does Abe know who other musicians and like producers are?
mostly.
I don't know if I have a specific question. I would love Abe to break down the different when you're rendering audio.
I was just thinking about the seamless stuff, the stuff we were asking about, sample rate and everything.
Yeah, exactly. The
Yeah.
sample rate.
Yeah, let's do it.
Or what are the algorithms? The was it the
I was gonna
POW?
ask about pow.
Are you talking about dithering?
Yeah, dithering.
POWR3 is usually for like loud electronic music.
Yes, that's what I figured. Power 3. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I
Good, we
always
use that one.
Yeah, like do you guys use a limiter as your final instance on the master, or are you clipping into Ableton?
We use Pro L.
Pro L or glue compressor.
Okay.
Usually
I've just
glue
started-
into Pro.
I just clip into Ableton now. Like, Mr. Bill did like a breakdown on that and some other people, and like the transient specifically on kick and snare, I think like hit really nice because there's something going on in the back end. I don't fully know all the details, but there's something happening with the way that Ableton does clip in an output stage.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I'll usually like do all the processing I normally do on the chain, but usually I just turn up the utility until like get the loudness. But I mean, whatever you guys do sounds great. So like, don't change that on
You
my
do
account.
48, 24. So
Oh, is that what you do?
yeah.
Okay.
What should we
And
not?
and we oversample the shit out of it. So
Okay.
I'll show you.
Yeah, I'm really curious about that. We'll come back to Abe.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, and
All right. So like when playing it, keep it at 48, and then when rendering it, yeah, that's usually the setting.
So you're keeping the sample rate at the original then, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I guess the oversampling would be if it's like through Pro L.
so
Oh,
yeah,
I
so
got you, yeah.
the limiter, like when it's chopping stuff, is like
yes.
yes.
Oversampling on, yeah, 100%. Yeah, I do that too, for sure. Yeah.
I have no idea if this would be like the way anyone would advise anybody to, render their audio, but it's just what we do.
So this is your master chain then?
This is a master chain. There's nothing.
Shifter.
Yeah.
I was like,
Nope. Don't use that.
okay.
What do we got? Low end focus. You ever use low end focus?
That Ozone 9, that legacy
Yeah.
throwback.
Do you use Ozone low end focus ever or no?
I don't. I have it, but I don't use it.
Okay. I would play around with it. It's really, really nice. It's
Okay.
like
How do you
So-
use it?
this is something actually Carbon kind of put me on.
Yeah, that 250 below.
So sometimes, contrast, 250 below, minus contrast. Honestly, I typically go upward with the contrast, like plus 12, 15, something like that. Sometimes I'll go minus.
Is it just like a
So-
threshold for?
No, so like it actually provides less like tonality in that area in the low end. This will provide, the lower you go, the more tonality or like harmonics you can get out of that low end. And then when you go up, you get less harmonics, but it feels cleaner. Like your sub will feel cleaner and punchier. Your kicks will feel a little punchier if you go up, and then same thing if you go down. It provides us a little more punch, but then it also provides a slight variation in harmonics. So it's just like less harmonics feels cleaner, more harmonics.
Yeah,
You get a little muddy if you do too much of it going down, but I've always noticed it just provides a nice little like low end punch to it.
oh, Okay. Yeah, I'll have
I'm
to
not the most like educated on it. It's more of just like an ear thing, like a feel thing. Like I hear it, and it feels nice, and it sounds nice.
And this one, we didn't use the Pro L. I don't think
We did not. We did not use Pro L. We just used a glue compressor. This was
So it's just kind of blending the kick and the bass together, and then emphasizing attack and tightening the sustain. If you raise the contrast, it's emphasizing attack and tightens the sustain and makes the low end cut through a little more.
yes.
That's what it says.
And then if you lower the contrast,
yeah.
what does it say?
So it's not just boosting the EQ overall. It changes the character of the bass, making it either more glued and natural or more punchy and defined. That's really good to know because I feel like your stuff is really tight and punchy in a good way. But if you
It helps. If you like do the extreme, I love doing this with plugins. Just like maximum dry wetness and just like hearing what the hell's going on.
For sure.
Do that with the low end focus. You'll hear feel what's going on.
Yeah, that's good for
cool.
anything for anybody listening.
Yeah.
100%. The bit lower contrast, it says it's more smooth. It blends the kick and bass together, warmer and rounder.
Yeah, so warmer. So like I was saying, my explanation wasn't technically correct, but like it feels more harmonic. You can hear like the if you wanted to call it like the low mids of like a bass that like you're not picking up as much. It's like the tonality of it. You get that when you bring it down a little bit more.
Okay. I have it. I need to play with that.
Yeah,
that's good news.
And then so this was our master chain for this one. It was just like glue compressor, clip, just up 1 dB just to get a little extra loudness. But
very nice.
Yeah, but we usually use a lot of. I use this as like a little brightener sometimes.
Just an EQ.
Just an EQ, or like an enhancers. There's like a preset on here called add brightness. That's like a nice, and then I'll bring it like the mix down a little bit. But that's a nice way to just add a little bit of.
I've used the Exciter too.
Exciter, it's a similar thing. Yeah, Exciter is nice.
We use Soothe a lot, but not on this one.
Yeah, I love Soothe.
I've been trying to get him on to Oxford Inflator.
Oh, dude, I was just talking to somebody that's been around for forever. Like Oxford, I first found out about Oxford Inflator in 2014, and I don't think they've really updated it that much since then. It's just good. It's always been good. It's just always been good. Yeah. Dude. It really is.
Classic RC20.
Yeah,
that's on the master.
Yeah, it depends, and it probably for some effect just in the beginning.
Oh, yeah, that's just automated.
Just in the beginning, part. The rest of it, yeah, just to make the song like sound like it's starting off a little more like narrow and vinyl-esque, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
love it, dude. That's beautiful. Yeah,
a little bit of multi-band.
I do the same thing. Then K-Clip's your final.
On this one, yeah, typically it's just like a Pro L, but again, not all the songs are the same.
Have you played with Standard Clip? It's the ugliest plugin, but it sounds incredible.
I have it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Dude, you should A/B test that with your K-Clip. Because I like that one more personally. They're both good. I mean, it's not like...
Oh, yeah, I've used this one. I think, actually,
you just pull
LSDREAM put me on this one.
Pull the clip down a little bit, and this is to clip it. Take that clip fader down, and then you'll see it starting to clip the red. And you can do crazy oversampling. I think it goes up like higher than anything I've ever seen. You click the oversampling ×4 button in the middle. It goes to like...
Oh my God.
High CPU.
It goes to like 256.
Yeah, no shit.
Holy shit.
Absolutely insanity. Yeah.
Come back tomorrow. It'll be rendered.
Yeah, no, it'll definitely take a while.
Interesting.
I don't even know if it really even makes... I don't know.
It just never renders.
You have to wait 3 months to export your track before you...
Been a while since it felt like
Yeah, you can definitely destroy it, but just a little bit. Just like a -1.
I mean, this is such a heavy-handed master.
But if you want to clip your drums, if you want to clip your drums like on the drum group or just kicks and snares, then turn up the drive on that, or the soft clip saturator fader thing. And I'll usually go to like 10 or 15 on that.
Okay.
And it kind of if your drums just need a little bit more balls, it adds some of that distortion, like soft distortion to it, which is kind of nice. I don't think it's on the right track.
It's also off.
You'll see. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's clipping really hard already. That's already clipping pretty hard. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I usually don't go that hard with it.
I like to do the extremes.
Yeah,
of
course,
just to hear
of course. Yeah. But that thing's fun. I really like standard clip a lot.
Yeah, I think LSDREAM's used that a couple projects we've worked on actually. And I wasn't too familiar with it until
I don't remember what we were gonna ask Abe. We were gonna ask Abe something. We don't have to though. I know we're already getting close on time, and Charlie's gonna kick us out.
Okay. Well,
so
if you have anything to ask, I'm down to default to your question.
What? What's the best? Yeah, since we're both fresh on Ableton 12, what's the new best stock synth for polyamorous? Polyamorous synth sounds.
This is the most polyamorous synth. What is the best?
I'm still using like Wavetable. If I use an Ableton,
I love Wavetable so much.
It's like the super wide sine wave on there. Just like it's a nice.
Yeah, for sure. What is the best Ableton stock
polyamorous synth?
Poly synth. I mean, that's like the best is super like general though. Like we can ask it, but I think the more specific, we'll just.
Sorry, I don't have a good question for.
It's
Abe.
Okay. It did say Wavetable.
I'm doing it right.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Say one.
Yeah.
What's the best imaging plugin?
Imaging.
I'm gonna guess Ozone 9
plugin.
I like Ozone 9.
Not stock, but like any plugin. Biome by Unfiltered Audio.
Supermassive.
Okay,
imaging.
That's interesting. Designed from delays and reverb.
I see. That's what it kind of.
Okay, must have got a little confused then.
A little bit. That's all right.
I mean, so Wider by Polyverse is cool.
Wider by Polyverse
isn't bad, but I find that like my personal favorite is probably just Ozone Imager.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so precise, and you could.
Yeah, the one that has multi-band, because then you can hit the learn function on it, and then you can just like I have 11, not on this computer, but yeah.
They're already up to 11. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but you can literally just hit the learn button up here, and then it'll after you create like split bands, and then I'll hit learn and then put it on whatever and hit play. And then it takes like 5 seconds or 6 seconds, and then it'll adjust the bands exactly where the crossover should be.
Interesting.
And then you can turn these up after you do that, and that's usually what I do.
You can do that with the older Ozone like mastering stuff. I haven't done it in a while, but I love I used to do it just to like check masters. It'll learn off of like the tonal balance control.
Yeah. Oh, that thing's sick. Yeah, I've used that. That's nice. It gives a good visual feedback of where your mix stands against other references.
Yeah, and the fact that you can pick your own reference, any song you want.
Yeah.
Great.
Fantastic. Best place for people to connect with you guys online? OnlyFans or
probably Instagram or Twitter, honestly.
Okay, Instagram, Twitter.
Yep, Instagram, Twitter, for sure.
Right on. Yo, thanks for joining the podcast. It's been great.
Thanks for having us, dude.
And it's been a good episode. I appreciate you guys. Love your music. Looking forward to seeing more collabs.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, stay tuned, everybody. Check out the links in the show notes. Follow Blookah and INZO. And go see their shows. It's super fun.
Oh, yeah.
All right, bye-bye.
Peace.
Thanks for listening to the podcast. If you don't hate me or the podcast, please leave a 5-star review. Hit that follow or subscribe button wherever you're listening, and it would really help me out. If you want to be the first to get new episodes, updates on events, some free downloads and stuff, go to abletonpodcast.com and make sure you enter your email, subscribe to the newsletter. I'll do my best to send you cool stuff. Check back on Tuesdays for brand new episodes. Make sure you go follow this guest for spending their time and energy hanging out. If you have any ideas or strong opinions about the podcast, please let me know. Just shoot me a message. Go to abletonpodcast.com, scroll to the bottom, send me a little message, and I'm happy to make this the best I can for you guys. Much love for listening, and I will see you next time.